Hello guys, to what I guess you could call sort of a channel update thingy, where I talk about some stuff regarding my channel that I think you guys should know a little about. So yeah, right now you might notice something a little bit different when it comes to my video quality, whatever you want to call it. You will especially notice it if you go down to, beneath the, underneath the actual video and you click the little symbol where you can change the quality of the video. And you might notice that the option to go full HD, which I believe is 1080p, that option is no longer there. And in this video I'm going to sort of talk a little bit about that. So, I guess the reason that that option is no longer there is that I'm testing out a new recording software that is called DxTory. I used to use Fraps, but now I'm currently testing out a new recording software because it has some features that I would like to have, and that will make my day a little bit easier. So DxTory has some really nice advantages over Fraps, in my opinion anyways. First of all, I've been talking a lot about frame rates on this channel. I keep mentioning them like in every episode of everything, really. Maybe not that much, but you get what I mean. I guess people watching my Skyrim videos, for example, I guess you guys have noticed, like, pretty much every episode I'm like, my frame rate just dropped. Can you please leave a comment and tell me if you think it's annoying? Derp. That's like a standard Skyrim video for me. The good thing about DxTory is that it doesn't seem to affect my frame rate the same way that Fraps does. It keeps it very stable, and especially if I do certain things. I mean, the thing about DxTory is that it has a lot more customization and options and stuff you can do about it than Fraps does. Which, for example, is also a reason that my video is no longer full HD. Or like 1080p. It is now 720p, I believe. So, yeah. And another really good thing about it is the fact that DxTory has the ability that you can record my audio or my speaking, my commentary together with my gameplay. You could do this with Fraps as well, but the thing about Fraps is that if you click the little thingy in order to activate Fraps to record both your commentary and your video, what Fraps would do is it would combine all the audio it would record into one audio track, if you want. So whenever you put it into an editing program, if you wanted to edit the audio, you had to edit the commentary and the gameplay audio together. And the disadvantage about that is that if the volume of your commentary is too high, or the gameplay is too low, or the gameplay is too high, or whatever, then you couldn't really do anything about that because they are one audio file. The good thing about DxTory is that you can select an option that allows it to record separately, so you can get two separate audio files from doing this. Another advantage to that, which is really the thing that started all this, me trying to find a new recording program, fuck it, god damn it, anyways, was the fact that I wanted to be able to press one button and then everything would start recording. Up until this point I haven't really been able to do that, because the way I've recorded my stuff is I have recorded my gameplay with Fraps, and then I've recorded my commentary with a program called DxTory. No, fuck, not DxTory, that's my... Shit, that was a bad commentary right there. I have recorded my commentary with a program called Audacity. And the thing about Audacity that the reason why I do it through Audacity is because Audacity has the ability to, you can remove sort of the background noise that I guess some of you guys won't really know too much about, simply because I edit away. It's like sort of like a static noise that comes in the background of my commentary, simply because my microphone is not like top quality. It's just a headphone microphone, really. And Audacity allows you to remove that without it's having any big impact on the quality of my actual commentary, which is really nice. But the thing about the DxTory that is good about it is that when I put the the video file that I get from recording with DxTory into, let's say, Sony Vegas, then I can export the audio track for my commentary and then put it into Audacity, and then remove the static via Audacity in the same way that I used to do it before. And the big advantage about this is mainly that when I record with DxTory, there is no it becomes one file. Both my audio and my video becomes one file, and the process of having to make sure that those files are timed so that my commentary is sort of in sync with my video, it becomes no problem anymore because it already is. Up until this point, what I've usually done is that I have, before every recording, every time I press the record button, I would have made two sounds. I would have said for example, bam, bam, and at the same time as I said that, I would have done something in the game that is sort of sync up with that, and then I have used that in order to sync up my gameplay and my commentary, and then I have just edited away that beginning part so you guys don't have to see it or hear it or whatever, which have worked out so far. But the thing though that I really do, the reason that I want to sort of go over to DxStory and the ability to record them with one press of a button, is that it sort of it removes that process, which can be sort of annoying at points, because having just one button to record, it makes stuff a lot easier. Because if I have to cut away a part, or if I have to stop recording and then get back to it, then it becomes so much easier to do it when I use DxStory. So that's the main advantages of using DxStory. So yeah, but I guess the disadvantage, of course, is the fact that I can no longer record in 1080p or whatever you want to call it. And I've sort of done a lot of testing. I mean, you guys would be surprised how many hours I've spent trying to get this crap to work. So the thing that I have found out, I guess, is the problem is not necessarily my PC being too slow or too bad in order to record in full HD. The problem is that that my hard drive is not fast enough, because when you record gameplay videos, then the files you get are quite big. It doesn't really matter whether or not you use DxStory or Fraps. Every recording program I have ever used creates like huge files. I believe the DxStory files are a tiny bit smaller. I did a test on that, but that makes sense though, since they are lower quality. So they should actually be a lot smaller, but they are not. So in the end, maybe DxStory is even bigger files than Fraps, but I don't really know. You can compress them using DxStory, like automatically compress them before they are stored and saved, but that sort of drops your frame rate a little bit, and I don't want that. I mean, one of the big awesome things about DxStory is the fact that you get better frame rates, of course. So, and I know a lot of you guys might say, oh, you don't need more than 30 frames per second anyways, because YouTube doesn't allow anything more than that. And yes, I do know that. But the thing about, if I wanted to record at 30 frames per second, I would also have to play the game in 30 frames per second. And I think any PC gamer knows that going from 60 frames to 30 frames, like halving the amount of frames you're allowed to play at, is quite annoying. And how can I put this? I'm going to be very honest with you people. And I make YouTube videos because I think it's fun. And so I think this, I make YouTube videos for the same reason that a guy who plays football, because he thinks it's awesome and he thinks it's fun. And recording at 30 frames per second takes some of that fun away. And I've read, when I was reading up on like how to get the DxStory to work, I was reading people just saying, you just record at 30 frames, you're not making videos to enjoy yourself or to make yourself happy or whatever. You make it to get your audience to enjoy your content. And while I do that, but of course I do that, I mean, I like making you guys like my videos, I guess. That's a part of the fun. But it's sort of, I think that having to record in 30 frames, and I think some of the thing about 30 frames, I don't know exactly how I got into that topic, but I think the main thing about 30 frames per second is that if I record in 30 frames per second, then I can actually record in full HD. I've done some testing, and in the end it's all about the file sizes. If I record at 60 frames per second and full HD, then my hard drive cannot keep up with it, and that basically creates a bunch of lag, and the video is totally laggy, and it just doesn't work out. So that's basically the two options, either recording in 30 frames and full HD, or recording in 60 frames and, I don't know what they call the other thing. I know it's just 720p, I guess. That's the, I don't know if it has like a fancy name or whatever, but you get the idea. And so I think that having to go down to 30 frames just to preserve that, the fact that I can do full HD, it sort of reminds me of back in the day when I recorded at my PS3. I mean, the reason why I stopped recording after a while, after doing it on PS3, is because I was simply not enjoying it anymore, and I think that's a danger. If I wanted to go down to 30 frames, there is a danger that I might not enjoy it as much as I did previously, and as I tried to mention, I really do this YouTube stuff because I think it's fun. And if that fun is removed from the whole process, then I really don't see the purpose of it anymore. You know, some guys might argue like, oh, you make money on it, you can, you know, do it because of money. No, I mean, like, I barely make any money. To be honest, I haven't received any money since I got my partnership. I didn't even pay enough attention to know when those money was supposed to come in, where they are supposed to come in. I just don't care. All I wanted was to have fancy, you know, thumbnails and that kind of stuff. So I think in the end, what this video that is a little bit too long, or far too long for what I'm supposed to say, the conclusion is this something that you guys can accept? Can you accept me lowering my quality standards to something a little bit lower? And that's really it, because I have done some, not necessarily research, I've just been checking around on YouTube, and I have noticed that there's a lot of YouTubers that actually do not post in 1080p. I think C9ers don't do that, PewDiePie does not do that. There's a bunch of people that simply do not record in full HD. Maybe they do and they just don't render it that way. I don't know what the purpose is. I don't know if every video is that like that, or if I just, you know, saw some special video that was like that. My point is that I think that I just want to see like how many of you guys actually care about the fact that I have videos in full HD. Is it going to be a very big problem for you guys if I go down to 720p? Or are you guys still going to enjoy my content? That's really what I'm asking you guys here. Is this change in my recording ways or whatever something that you guys can accept? You know, yeah, I think that's really it. Wow, that was an incredibly long video just to say a very short question like that. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Although one last thing I'm going to do is, when I say so, I'm going to stop my current recording of my commentary. I'm going to start a new one. And because up until this point you have been watching gameplay that I haven't actually recorded yet as of me speaking into my microphone right now, of, you know, different games recorded in the X-Story with the new quality settings. The last thing I'm going to do now then is I'm going to do a test recording of me recording my voice together with my... I'm going to record my voice using the X-Story rather than using Audacity, as I have been doing so far in this commentary and so far in my YouTube career, I guess. So I will cut to that right now. Okay, so now we are back. Right now I'm playing Skyrim and I'm testing out how things turn out when I am recording my commentary at the same time as I am recording my gameplay. So hopefully this looks nice. I guess one last thing that I kind of want to mention is that when recording with the X-Story, it's not only do I have to use you know, 720p, I also have to use a setting called low quality, which sounds kind of bad, but hopefully it's not that bad. I don't really know how that works out. To be honest, I haven't really done too much testing on like actually uploading my gameplay to YouTube, so I don't know how this stuff will turn out. But hopefully it looks okay. But you know, that's the purpose of this video. You guys commenting and telling me if my gameplay looks like shit or not, and if this is something that you guys can handle watching. I'm noticing right now that I'm not getting a steady 60 frames per second in my actual recording, but it's you know, it's over 30, and I think that's, you know, the main purpose, I guess. So oh yeah, she died. Okay, never mind that. Point is, I've done some testing with some other games, and from what I've seen there, I will not always get 60 frames, but I will at least play in 60 frames. So I think that it's, you know, I think that in the end it's not that much point in me just standing here talking. I think it's just like at this point you guys are just gonna have to leave a comment and tell me how you think these things look. I think right now I'm recording at medium quality in the settings of the X-Story. I think that it becomes slightly better if I go down to low, but I don't know how that actually affects the quality of my video. You know what? Let me actually test that. So I'm going to stop the recording right now, and then I'm going to come back and test it out in low quality. Okay, so now I am back recording in low quality. I don't know how low this quality is, but I mean, that's not for me to judge, I guess. That's for you guys to judge. So yeah, I think that, you know, I'm just gonna walk a little bit around, do some stuff, just to give you guys an idea how things look.
You're not afraid to set fire to something?
And afraid to set fire to something? No, what? I set you on fire. Is that a problem? Oh well, never mind. I didn't pay too much enough attention to what she was saying in order to get it. So, anyways, yeah. So I think in the end the conclusion is: can you guys handle watching my videos recorded in DxTory at low or medium quality at its best? Is this something you guys can handle, or is this something that I should try and do my best to avoid? I don't really know, to be honest. I know I would prefer to record at you know, low quality in DxTory, simply because it's a lot easier for me, at least for. And I know, though, I'm just gonna tell you guys this straight away, that certain of my videos in the future are going to be recorded like this, simply because certain videos sort of require me to do to sort of stop and start my recording a bunch of times. At least I think that's how it's going to be, and that's going to, of course, make this method kind of necessary in order to make things go smooth. But I mean, the thing though is that I can, in theory, still make, for example, like Victoria 2, the Crusader Kings, a bunch of these Let's Plays that I have going. I can, you know, pretty easily make those in you know, full HD still. Without too much of a problem, of course. Certain episodes of those would have to be maybe recorded like this. I don't know though, because the big advantage of this, it makes recording easier in the way that I can just, if something happens, you know, I get a call or something like that, and I have to stop the recording, I can very quickly just stop the recording and then get back to it. That's sort of the main advantage of this. So yeah, I guess that is going to be it for this video. So thank you so much for watching this video where I talked about DxTory and, you know, quality and stuff that I don't even know if you guys care that much about. But anyways, until next time, bye.